Hi guys, and welcome to my channel Wrestling with Books, where today I have a book haul, and these are all books I got for free because they are all thrifted and given to me from a friend, except one that I actually got. I say actually, but this happens to me a lot. I got it from a Goodreads giveaway. But man, I have a whole crate of books here, so I thought I'd film it over here so I can pile them up on this chair behind me and go over what I received. How awesome is this? I'm in a book club with some ladies I know, and we mostly talk about metaphysical books, self-help books, positivity books, but one of them mentioned that she has a big bookshelf that she's been downsizing, and I casually mentioned, I'll take your books. So she delivered. She had a crate of books. She didn't know my reading style at all because the books we read together are all nonfiction, but it looks like she put together a great bundle. I have not looked in depth at the book she's given other than when I peeked at it when I put it in my trunk. But let's go through this and see what we got. And as always, my cat Buster is here with us. It's the same day, later. I have taken out the books, and since I don't know any of them already, I've read the synopsises of them, but that's, you know, a little boring for me to take a book, read the jacket, take a book, read the jacket. So I'm gonna show you all the books, and then I'll put in when I read each book's synopsis, pulling them out from the crate. So this is just a little glimpse at all the books, and then I'll be pulling out the books as if I'm seeing them for the first time, because I was. The Next Thing You Know by Jessica Strawser. I'll Take You There by Wally Lamb. The Edwardian Lady, piled by Ina Taylor. Transcription by Kate Atkinson. The Memory Keeper's Daughter by Kim Edwards. T.C. Boyle, The Relief Box. You'll know why I'm laughing about that soon. Vince Flynn and Kyle Mills, Red War. Dorothea Benton, Red War. Dorothea Benton Frank, Queen Bee. Adriana Trigiani, the Queen of the Big Time. Jennifer Egan, Manhattan Beach. Where the Crawdad Sings, Delia Owens. Right now it is fall in New York, which is the perfect time, I think, to get a big crate of books. A lot of the books I read on Kindle, so I'm gonna try to focus on getting a lot of these print books read. Also because every January I do an unhaul of books so I can have room to live. As you can see, I like a lot of stuff. So let's just pull and see. The first book is Where the Crawdad Sings by Delia Owens. I've of course heard a lot about this book as it is a #1 New York Times bestseller. This particular edition does have the Reese's Book Club stamp, but I actually do not know what this book is about. So inside the flaps it says, how long can you protect your heart? For years, rumors of the Marsh Girl have haunted Barkley Cove, a quiet town on the North Carolina coast. All right, so ready? Quiet town, North Carolina. Two things I love in books, good. So in late 1969, when handsome Chase Andrews is found dead, the locals immediately suspect Kaya Clark, the so-called Marsh Girl. But Kaya is not what they say. Sensitive and intelligent, she has survived for years alone in the marsh that she calls home, finding friends in the gulls and lessons in the sand. Then the time comes when she yearns to be touched and loved. When two young men from town become intrigued by her wild beauty, Kaya opens herself to a new life until the unthinkable happens. So this sounds pretty dang suspenseful. I think it's gonna be a good one. I mean, come on, I think. This is obviously a really celebrated book. So let me try to wheel this so you'll be able to kind of see it in the background. This friend is a cat owner, so when I came in with the crate, Buster went like berserk smelling the other cats. Next we have Manhattan Beach by Jennifer Egan. So if you have read or heard of any of the books that I'm going to be mentioning here, please let me know so I can get excited about them. And it says, we're going to see the sea. Anna Kerrigan, nearly 12 years old, accompanies her father to visit Dexter Stiles. A man who she gleans is crucial to the survival of the family. She is mesmerized by the sea beyond the house and by some charged mystery between the two men. Years later, all right, so maybe we got a dual timeline. I love that. Her father has disappeared and the country is at war. Anna works at the Brooklyn Naval Yard, where women are allowed to hold jobs that once belonged to men, now soldiers abroad. She becomes the first female diver, the most dangerous and exclusive of occupations, repairing ships that will help America win the war. One evening at a nightclub, she meets Dexter Styles again and begins to understand the complexity of her father's life and the reasons he might have vanished. And then they go to say that this is kind of a noir thriller and a historical novel. So that's gonna be a pretty good read too. And I think she had more books. So, and these are like nice. These are nice. So that's up there on the pile. Let's see, now we got a soft cover. This is by Adriana Trigiani. I have heard of this author before, but I have never read her. And this is a drama of small town life with the queen of the big time. That's what this is called. Nella Castaluca, middle daughter of 5. Okay, so I'm one of 5 as well, but I'm the 4th. I'm not the middle. And I am Italian. I'm thinking Trigiani, Nella Castaluca, that this is Italian as well, and aspires to a genteel life in town, far from life on the farm. But her dreams shift when she meets and falls in love with Renato Lanzara, a worldly poet. When Renato disappears without explanation, Nella is shattered. 4 years later, Renato suddenly returns just before her wedding to Franco Zolorano. Okay, they're fated to live and work side by side for the rest of their lives. What's gonna happen? You know, what do you do when you have that first love looming over you? So this seems really nice and cozy. Let's get about a page count. Oh yeah, only like 250-ish pages. Good, so that could be a print book that I could actually tackle and finish. Next, we're pulling out, all right, Dorothy Benton Frank, Queen Bee. Have you ever read any of her books? Let me know. I know that, you know, I see her books around all the time. Ooh, and this is about a beekeeper. Holly McNee Jensen quietly lives in a world of her own on Sullivan's Island. All right, so we got an island book. Love it. Holly calls her mother the queen bee because she's so demanding. To escape the drama, Holly's sister Leslie married and moved away. Holly's escape is to submerge herself in the lives of the 2 young boys next door and their widowed father, Archie. Her world is upended when the more flamboyant Leslie returns and both sisters, polar opposite, fixate on what's happening in their neighbor's home. Is Archie really in love with that awful cold-hearted woman? If Archie marries her, what will become of his little boys? Restless Leslie is desperate for validation after her imploded marriage. Their mother ups her game. Scandalized Holly is talking to honeybees a mile a minute. So it seems like a fun tale set on an island with sisters, one who is returning. It's always fun in those books when somebody returns to the island, you know, usually like they're trying to escape. Those I love. So we'll add this to the book. I know this is like a hard haul because I'm not just candidly able to talk to you about why I picked the books, because I didn't. They just came as an awesome surprise to me. We have Vince Flynn, Red War, a Mitch Rapp novel by Kyle Mills. So is it by Vince Flynn or Kyle Mills? What? I got some stuff to figure out here. Hold on. Is this like a James Patterson thing? Who wrote this? Who wrote this? Here it says Kyle Mills. So is Vince Flynn part of the title? No, this says it's called Red War. All right, let's figure this out together, guys. Novels by Vince Flynn and by Kyle Mills. So I don't know. I think he's Pattersoning us. I really do. I think it's really by Kyle Mills. But what do I know? I don't even know the plot or Vince Flynn clearly. So When Russian President Maxim Krupin discovers that he has inoperable brain cancer, he's determined to cling to power. His first task is to kill or imprison any of his countrymen who pose a threat. Soon, though, his illness becomes serious, enough to require a more dramatic diversion: war with the West. So this seems like a political thriller, which I really love. And on the side, we do have... Okay, both authors. Kyle Mills is the #1 New York Times bestselling author of 18 political thrillers, and Vince Flynn, who is past, created Mitch Rapp, featured in 13 of his novels. And now Kyle Mills is continuing it. So I owe Vince Flynn an apology. He is not Pattersoning us. And by that I mean James Patterson having his name on a lot of books that aren't written by James Patterson, and it's very confusing as a consumer, okay? I'm not saying I wouldn't do it either, James Patterson. I'm just saying as a consumer, it's really confusing. And as a fan, because whenever I say I love The President is Missing by Bill Clinton and James Patterson, everyone yells at me and goes, they didn't write it. I just go, I don't know who did. So now we have, it's T.C. Boyle, the relive, you know, about this box and other stories. Oh, it's short stories from the best-selling writer of The Harder They Come. T.C. Boyle is known as a novelist. He's also a master of the short story. It's gotta be relieve, right? How do you spell relieve? I don't think relive is a word.
It is, okay, it is. I googled it. Relive. The relive box. That just doesn't sound right though, but relive is a word. So I'm thinking it's relive. Where's the camera on this thing? Am I making eye contact in the wrong place? Now I have to relive this on YouTube.
So this will be fun because I haven't read any short stories yet, and I think that would be nice to do. And already I opened to a page, and what page was it? But the 5-pound burrito. So that seems like on brand for me, and I'll look forward to that. Add it to the, we have a nice assortment here, you know, and now we have this other classic novel. Looks like I'll be able to take the sticker off. Yes. And this is The Memory Keeper's Daughter. And I have never read it, but of course have heard of it, by Kim Edwards. And it begins on a winter night in 1964 when a blizzard forces Dr. David Henry to deliver his own twins. His son, born first, is perfectly healthy, but the doctor immediately recognizes that his daughter has Down syndrome. For motives he tells himself are good, he makes a split-second decision that will halt all their lives forever. He asks his nurse, Caroline, to take the baby away to an institution. Instead, she disappears into another city to raise the child as her own. Incredible. I'm already amazed by the story and I haven't read it. So this is going to be fantastic. What a nice book to get. And next we have Kate Atkinson, Transcription. Some really nice hardcovers here. I mean, how lucky am I? So we got another 1940s setting. In 1940, 18-year-old Juliet Armstrong is reluctantly recruited into the world of espionage. Sent to an... I got cut off. But I'm back. All right, Transcription. All right, so it's dual timeline, 1940. 10 years later, she's now radio producer at the BBC. Julia is unexpectedly confronted by figures from her past. A different war is being fought now, on a different battleground. But Juliet finds herself once more under threat. A bell of reckoning is due, and she finally begins to realize there is no action without consequence. Transcript is a work of rare depth and texture, a bravura modern novel of extraordinary power, wit, and empathy. So this seems like a lot, you know, espionage, British fascist sympathizers, it's a lot. So Let me know if this is something that's someone's cup of tea. I will try to read it, but I don't know. I can't say I'm gonna remove it from my shelves yet because I haven't read it yet. But I always like to share and pass along books. So if any of these books are something where you're like, when you're done with that, send it my way, please let me know, because I would love to send it your way. I feel like I need to be a little higher. But now I'm crooked. Just give me a second. Okay, you know, not mad at it. Not mad at it. All right, next we have, wow, this looks really unique. The Edwardian, I always feel like an idiot. Lady, the story of Edith Holden. So this is the story of Edith Holden, the author of The Country Diary of an Edwardian Lady. So it was a bestseller, and this is all stuff about her. So it has, you know, photos and mementos. So, ooh, gosh, look at this. This is going to be, these are illustrations she did. So there's going to be lots of really exciting stuff. And just getting into the era and time, you know, of the Victorian age. This will be really, really nice. Ooh. Printed in Italy. Okay, it's cool. Adding that to the pile. What a diverse stack she put together, you know? Next we have I'll Take You There by Wally Lamb. I have never read any of his novels yet. Isn't there one by him that is just coming out as a movie with Mark Ruffalo? Yes, no, maybe. So this book centers on Felix, a film scholar who runs a Monday night movie club in what was once a vaudeville theater. One evening, while setting up a film in the projections booth, he's confronted by the ghost of Lois Weber, a trailblazing motion picture director from Hollywood's silent film era. That sounds fun. We've got ghosts. This could be a good Halloween read. Lois invites Felix to revisit, and in some cases relive, scenes from his past as they are projected onto the cinema's big screen. I wonder if they mean Felix's past or Lois. In these magical movies, the medium of film becomes the lens for Felix to reflect on the woman who profoundly affected his life. His daughter, his sister, and Verna. All right, this seems really exciting and could be a great October read for me. The last book is the one that I received from Goodreads. So this I won on Goodreads from St. Martin's Press. It is an ARC Uncorrected Proof, and it is of The Next Thing You Know by Jessica Strawser. When Nova Hudson, an end-of-life doula, meets Mason Trainer, everything she knows is cast into doubt. Committed to a world and profession that allows the elderly to bow out gracefully, taking on a younger man's case is unique and tragic. Not to mention the fact that the once beloved singer-songwriter now must hang up his guitar for good after a debilitating degenerative disease takes away the use of his hands. He's determined that there is no future for him, but while she's determined to make him see there's life even as death approaches. But Nova also holds powerful secrets of her own. This sounds really, really deep, but it could be really good, especially for people who liked Me Before You. That could be a nice read. What I'm going to do now has nothing to do with you. I'm gonna film a new intro where I think I introduce each book, because just going straight into me reading synopsises could be rough. So that's what I'm gonna do, but you'll have already seen that now. Maybe I'll get, a shot of this nice stack. This is a book stack. Look at that. Look at that, I got a stack. That's pretty exciting. I'm new to BookTube, so getting to share books is exciting, a little intimidating, scary, but thank you for being here, and thank you for those who have left positive and encouraging comments. I'm, intending to post twice a week. Right now it's been on Sundays and Thursdays. And I look forward to seeing you around and checking out your channels as well. And don't forget, I am definitely curious if you have read any of these. Please let me know, and let me know if there's one in particular you think I should read first. And I'll see see you on the next video.